345 and 86 right now. 345 and 86. Here we go with the Kentuckian.
Grass.
Oh, yeah. All right, here we go, fans. The truck out of Georgia, the bumper crop. And Cole Altman, once again, that mark to beat, 340.42.
Time points champion just a few years back, Craig Allmer, Sweet Pain. Second points, Legal Limits. Wow. Give him a hand. He went right past the Schaefer oil leader barrel over there. Wow. Check. Make sure Chuck's all right there. They're going to check Chuck out. Catastrophic engine damage. I think the top part of the motor. I believe he probably split the block in half right there. 234.53. Folks, give Chuck a round of applause. They said he's just fine, but the only thing hurting is his pocketbook right now. That is going to be an expensive.
Welcome, everyone. Tuesday night, 7 p.m., Outlawed Live. And me, your host, Ron Stone. Correction, I should say about 7:05 due to the technical difficulties that I had tonight. So, but better late than never, 7:05. We got started here. I had to actually rebuild the show right at start time. But still got some watchers out there, a lot of folks watching. Thank you for watching the show, everyone, every Tuesday night. We've got a lot of loyal viewers out there. Big Lakespore watching tonight from Inwood, Iowa. Camden, Y Route. Is it Y Route? Is CH, is that silent? Or you actually pronounce that part? I'm going to say Y Route. Camden Y Route from Genera, Ohio. Watching tonight. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Had a show lined up tonight, but we have to reschedule it for next week. We're going to bring our winner on of the Case IH tractor. Still waiting on some legal things to come back from that. So once we have all those things in line, we will be bringing the winner of the Case IH tractor, the Farmall 25 SC tractor, on next Tuesday night without fail at 7 p.m. We're going to have that winner on, as well as someone from Case IH on the show next Tuesday night. So you don't want to miss that. That contest that I've had entries from 49 of the 50 great United States in it this year. Pretty proud of that contest. Big thanks to the folks at Case IH. Make sure next year, whatever contest they come up with at Case IH, they just keep getting better each year, folks. That's the prizes each year that, 1 year or a couple of years we sent people to the Farm Machinery Show. Then we had the Case IH Experience, which we got to experience ourselves, several of us from the Outlaws, which was awesome. I got to go to the Case IH factory where they build the Magnum tractors. And this year they decided to give away a tractor plus $4,000 cash. And we're going to bring that winner on next Tuesday night. Dennis Anderson watching from Wayne, Nebraska. Wayne, Nebraska got another big pull in store next year. They're one of the early ones that gets their contracts in, and so they can get that on the schedule. A lot of exciting things going on for next year. Can't disclose a lot of the things because we don't have them written in stone just yet. But next year it's going to be huge. It's a lot of good things. We're baking a lot of good things up in the Outlaw ovens here. Dennis Anderson, thanks for watching there. Just thought I'd throw some highlights in there from the season this year. Man, we could fill the show and still have tons of highlights left if we just played a whole hour's worth. So we'll try to get some highlights in as this off season goes along. There are a lot of highlights to choose from. Next week, I know in addition to having that winner of the Case IH tractor on next week, we're also going to have limited pro stock diesel pickup points champion Skylar Leeper on next Tuesday night as well. So it's going to be a big show. And then, of course, next week, right after the show, we head down to the 2024 Outlaw season banquet, which is going to be huge this year. For those of you out there, for those of you Outlaws out there that have not got your rooms booked, you still need to get your rooms booked. You need to do that. You can call Lori or email or text Lori for some help or an assistance in that. Also, get a hold of Lori if you're going to go to the Organics Midwest breakfast on Saturday. Very important. Then you know how much food to order. So if you're going to go to that Organics Midwest breakfast on Saturday morning, please get a hold of Lori. You can email her, text her, or call her. So get those rooms booked and get a hold of Lori for the Organics Midwest breakfast. So any questions out there or comments out there? We don't have any guests tonight. Probably going to be an abbreviated show. Probably going to go about 30 minutes. I know I got a couple of messages as I was trying to get this thing rolling and saying they didn't see the show. Doug Both was worried he was going to miss it. Doug, are you watching? You're usually sending us a message by now, so I'm getting a little worried about you. For those of you out there watching where the Outlaws may not necessarily pull right now, we may be a state we don't pull in, where would you like to see the Outlaws be in 2025, 2026, or beyond? Howdy, Mark J. Ham. We got a couple of Mark Hams out there. One Mark Ham is an actual puller. The other Mark Ham is Mark J. Ham, the photographer. Are you still in Wisconsin? What's going on? Are you back home? It seemed like you're in Wisconsin for an extended period of time. Not sure if you were moving up there or what, becoming a cheesehead. What's going on? I'm having some sound issues. Look, Zuckerberg, he is on. So Zuckerberg flags that awesome Rolls Royce Griffin V12. He said, he didn't have it turned up he had a couple of good successful test passes for it. A lot of things could have gone wrong, but the thing ran good. And he hasn't even started to turn the screws to turn the boost up on that thing. So we're expecting big things out of that tractor next year. Of course, also the Lindsay Texas Truck and Tractor Pull. We're looking forward to that next year in June. That will be on the schedule. Mark says, no, he is back home. Work. He was working. It must have been some training or something going on there. Ben Beller watching. We need more Kansas shows. Also think the Outlaws need a show time to farm progress. Good ideas. Kansas, we might be able to do that next year, Ben. I think we're going to be able to help you with that. I'm not going to disclose any of my secrets just yet, but at least one, maybe two more in the sunflower state. We'll see. We'll disclose that when the time comes. But yeah, good ideas here. Good ideas. Getting a message from a puller there, a future guest. Sorry about that. To see who was messaging me there. So another points champion, Cody Yard, going to be on a show here in the future. Not next week. That show's going to be jam-packed with the contest results, as well as having Skylar Leaper on. Where else would you like to see us pulling? Kansas is in there. We have one pulling Kansas, maybe two, maybe three next year. We'll see. Pretty sure there's going to be at least one in Kansas. We haven't been at in a long time. Mark J. Ham, Houston Speedway or Sioux Empire Fair, Sioux Falls, South Dakota area. Put in a good word for us, Mark. Get us in up there, buddy. Not Minnesota. Anybody on here watching from Minnesota, Illinois, Arkansas, Oklahoma? Potentially we might have another pull in Oklahoma next year. We'll see. That's in the works. One sad thing to announce, though, it's not, I don't even know if I should say that just yet. So I may hold off on that about a pull, a long time Outlawed pull. So still hope for it right now, but the pull we all know and love may not come back next year. Minnesota would be a hard market. NTPA region stuff up there, and then you got Minnesota. Kurt Van Beek watching says, Houston and Sioux Empire Fair would work good with Madison. Heck yeah, it would. If they're supposed to work together, that would benefit Madison and one of those two pulls as well. I believe your mic is hitting your beard and making it scratch. Really? Oh, that's weird. The mic is actually okay. Thanks, Doug. I can actually hear myself now as well. Yep. Thanks, Kenny. Kenny Wojcieisen, where you? There you go. Thank you. Where are you watching from, Kenny? Do you watch the show regularly? And thanks, Doug Voth, for letting me know that. I didn't realize this headset had a mic on it. So, where's everybody watching from tonight? Kenny's watching from Lufkin, Texas. Assuming you went to the Lufkin pool down there. What did you think of the pool this year? And have you been to that pool in years past? What's your thoughts? Andrew Sprock says he's got news where we might be pulling in Kansas, but he'll keep it a secret. Andrew, shh, let's not let it out just yet. Thanks, Zook. Randy Barker, didn't know y'all were on. We're on, buddy, every Tuesday night at 7. Dale Bartels watching from Chester, South Dakota. Thanks for watching, Dale. Kenny said he's been to Lufkin the last 5 years. Said he loved it. Yeah, Kenny, I mean, I see that pool getting better every year. Each and every year, it just keeps getting bigger and better. Cassville, Wisconsin. Joe Mergen watching. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate that. We're on live here every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. In the next several weeks, we've been highlighting and showcasing those points champions from the 2024 season. We're going to keep doing that. Next week, we've got Limited Pro diesel pickup puller and points champion Skylar Leaper on. His truck Legal Limits winning the points champion on the last hook of the season down in Lufkin, Texas. And hopefully the week after that, we're also going to have on Cody Yark, if I can get Cody lined up, as well as Ryan Thornton Ryan Thornton, the modified four-wheel drive points champion. Cody Yark, the pro stock tractor champion. Several other champions to get on. We're going to get George Beyer on here as well, and some other points champions. Kurt Paulson, watching from Climbing Hill, Iowa. Climbing Hill. I didn't know there were any hills in Iowa, Kurt. Come on now. You're climbing hills in Iowa, or you're in Climbing Hill, Iowa. Ben Beller says super. Modified two-wheelers back in Kansas. What Andrew Sprock is what I think he's saying. I know what he's saying, Ben. But it's one of those secrets I'm not going to let out just yet. And I think Mr. Sprock has the inside track there. I think he knows something that several of our viewing audience does not know. So I'll let it out soon enough. But it's good news. Trust me, it's very good news. Where else would you like to see the Outlaws pulling? Anybody on here watching from Arkansas, Oklahoma, Illinois? Any Illinois folks tuning into the program? You know, Andrew Sprague always got connections. Everybody always does have some inside connections there. Loose lips, sink ships, Andrew. So, Mark Brown. Oh, Mark Ham. I'm sorry, Mark J. Ham. Throwing his vote in there for Roper Brown as Rookie of the Year. So I'm sure he's on that ticket. I'm sure he's one of the candidates for that. Mr. Tyler Spatansky. Good evening. Excited for the banquet. Awesome. We're excited for it too, man. The Outlaw banquets are always super cool. A lot of fun. Go on the outlawpulling.com, the official website of the Outlaws, if you want to find more information on the banquet. If you're a puller or a family member that's going to the banquet, you'll find information in there about all the events going on, all the meetings, the schedules, the Organics Midwest breakfast on Saturday morning, all the times for the banquet on Saturday night. One of those events on Friday night was talking about is the bowling tournament that we started last year's super popular bowling tournament, the Margaritaville Resort in Osage Beach, Missouri. In addition to having a water park and a spa, an arcade and a couple of different restaurants and bars there, they also have their own bowling alley inside there. So pretty cool that we have a bowling tournament there. That headed up by Jamie Yankee. Zook Fukerberg seconding that nomination of Roper Brown for Rookie of the Year. Mark Willis. More pulls, more Missouri pulls for light superstock, ag, or light superstock. Mark Willis likes the Alky burners. Randy Barker. Does the organization have a 2025 calendar with pictures and dates? I don't think we've got the 2025 calendar out yet. I know we've got the 2024 calendar because it's on my wall in my office. But I'm sure that's in the works right now, Randy. That 2025 calendar, I'm sure, is in the works. If not, it will be out by January 1, I'm sure. What are the questions we got out there regarding the 2025 season? Any questions about the banquet? I know we're getting ready, getting close to convention time. We got a lot of fairs, conventions to go to. In the off season, we go to the fairs, conventions in each state. We go to the Iowa convention, Missouri, Kansas, Nebraska, those fairs, conventions to put ourselves out there and advertise, who we are, what we do, and give all the fairs in those states a chance to book us so their fairs can have Outlaw Truck and Tractor pulling. Case Conover, one of our super fans, watching from Lytle, Texas. Case comes to the Lufkin Pull as well and tunes in every Tuesday night. We appreciate all of our super fans out there. What pull are y'all looking forward to the most for 2025? What's the destination that you always go to, your favorite pull, and you won't miss it, you're looking forward to the most for next season?
Andrew Sprock, you all had less pulls in Missouri this year, not enough to fit in the schedule. Well, I know if, in particular, one pull that fell off because things happen. We had somebody that ran a pull that resigned late. It was too late to gather sponsors for that pull, for that particular pull. That was Macon. So Macon fell off the schedule. Macon could possibly be on the schedule next year. Some things working there. Troy, Missouri. Every couple of years, every few years, that pull in Troy, Missouri conflicts with Rock Valley, Iowa. Rock Valley being a long-standing pull. It's a destination event, our biggest pull of the year. Kind of bumps Troy off that weekend. We obviously can't have another pull on Rock Valley Friday or Saturday unless it's a very small pull with a limited number of classes, and Troy is not a small pull. Impossible to have two major pulls like that the same weekend. So, and kind of odd 24 and 25 though that Troy and Rock Valley still fall on the same weekend, but they do again in 25. So hopefully, we could get back into Troy in 2026 if it works out on the schedule. So that was the question Andrew Sprocken asked there. Zook Fukerberg, did I win the Case IH? Unfortunately, Zook, you did not. The puller has been drawn, or the winner has been drawn of the Farmall 25 SC tractor, but all the legalities and the affidavits and all those things, eligibility, all that stuff has to be worked through. All that fun legal stuff has to be worked through before we can announce it and bring that winner on the show. But yes, a winner has been drawn. Loretta Lynn Ranch. Where's that at, Randy? I know Loretta Lynn is from Kentucky. Are you talking Kentucky here? Doolittle. Looking forward to Rock Valley. Dick Blankenspore. Zook Fukerberg. Yeah, sorry, man. You didn't win the Farmall. That was a cool tractor though, man. That's the winner's going to be stoked when they take delivery of that thing. So yeah, a few things brewing. A few people have alluded to some things that I mentioned. Macon maybe back on the schedule next year. Not sure. But one little tidbit: Macon is going to go back to 2 days if they do come back. I know that for certain. Like I said, that other pull in Kansas, Lindsay, Texas, on the schedule for 2025. Mark J. Ham, always looking forward to any book I can take in. Randy Barker, west of Nashville, Tennessee, about an hour. That'd be cool, get close to Nashville. So I'm assuming that's where you're watching from, Tennessee, Randy? Hook. Yeah, we know what you meant, Mark. Any hook he's taking. Charlie Hermes checking in. What's up, Charlie? We missed you at Lufkin, buddy. Randy Barker watching from Greenville, Tennessee. What polls do you watch in person over there in Tennessee? Where do you go see your polls, Randy? I think Mid-South is over that direction, and a few other organizations. Just curious where you get your polling fix at over there in the volunteer state. Sorry, folks, just reading some of the comments here. Just want to kind of spotlight some of our sponsors here. So we don't have any guests tonight. Of course, Case IH, the title sponsor of the Outlaws. The logo there, Case IH Agriculture, the title sponsor. And they brought us that awesome Superfan contest in 2024. Organics Midwest. Of course, the Organics Midwest Summer Sweep, big hit this year. All those big checks getting paid out at the banquet next weekend as well. Can't believe I'm saying next weekend for the banquet already. And then, of course, it's Thanksgiving and then Christmas. And then we start talking banquet conventions and then the Farm Machinery Show and spring. And next thing you know, we're pulling. Big thanks to Titan, international maker Goodyear Farm Tires, DeKalb and Asgrow. DeKalb, the official seed corn of the Outlaws. Frosted Frog coolers and tumblers. VP Racing Fuels, the official fuel of the Outlaws. Coltrane Energy, now with 4 flavors. Ecotuning.com. Liquid Tube, the original liquid inner tube. Big thanks to him, new sponsor for 2024. Big thanks to all of our sponsors. Don't want to miss any there, but a lot of great sponsors with the Outlaws in 2024, and some good ones coming back in 2025. That's one thing about the Outlaws. We don't lose sponsors. They stay on board once they come on. They see the benefits and the exposure they get, and we rarely lose any sponsors. So big thanks to all those sponsors. We couldn't do it without them. We couldn't do the things we do and run around the Midwest all summer long. Case Conover, need a pull close to San Antonio. Heck yeah, get down there close to the Alamo. That'd be cool. Texas is, I think there's a lot of potential down in Texas, honestly. Texas used to be huge in the 80s. A lot of big 4-wheel drive pullers. Seemed like it was just they were just spilling out of the state of Texas, the modified 4-wheel drives. These days, I think more so 2-wheel drives, Supermod 2-wheel drives, but Texas used to be a hotbed for 4-wheel drive pickups back in the 80s. Oops, got behind in my comments here. Sorry about that. So, all right, guys. It's going to be a brief. Chris Pierce jumped on here. I may have said, who was the super fan winner? Chris, we're not going to announce it tonight. We're still waiting to get through all the legalities and all that, the lawyer stuff. That way we can confirm eligibility for the winner. The winner has been drawn, but we're not going to announce that winner until next week. And our plan is to have the winner on the show, along with someone from Case IH. Then also on the show, we'll have the Limited Pro Diesel Pickup Points champion, Skylar Leeper, on as well. So come back next week, 7 o'clock Central, 7 p.m. Central, and we'll have that winner of the Case IH Farmall 25 SC tractor on next week. Any new whispers of new machines? Well, Mark, Donald Nelson debuted a brand new machine in Texas. Donald Nelson now running 3 modifieds. He had a real good run on Friday, real good run on Saturday with that tractor, another twin Hemi. So, yeah, the Nelson camp, Bullwhip Motorsports running 3 7,400-pound modified tractors next year. I'm told, I don't think this is a secret, that the Otts out of Nebraska will be running a twin Allison in the 7,400-pound class next year. I did see Lloyd Newton putting 2 Hemis side by side on his tractor. He's out of Oklahoma. I'm assuming he's going to come pull with us next year with that tractor. Now, I've heard rumors of another tractor out of Texas, but I'm not at liberty to say. I've been sworn to secrecy for that team coming out of Texas with a twin Hemi tractor for the 7,400-pound class. So as far as rumors, that's the latest. And of course, hated seeing this, the Weens light superstock Alki tractor for sale. That is a heck of a deal for somebody looking for a light super alcohol tractor. That is a mean machine for sale. Just went up for sale this week. Hate to see that, but hopefully somebody out there in outlaw country here in the Midwest purchases that tractor. Jared Voth, good evening from Sunset, Texas. Uh-oh, what do we got here? Kurt Paulson says the Bad Company two-wheel drive is actually sitting in my shed, coming back next summer. Awesome. So what happens to the light super ag tractor? Is that for sale? You're going to try to run both? What's happening? Andrew Sprock says he's obviously talking about the modified tractor. Yeah, yeah. We don't want to say who it is yet. You'll get me in trouble. Kurt says the light super ag tractor comes as well. Awesome. You're going to have your hands full next summer, buddy. Are you all familiar with Wounded Warriors veterans? Yes. And also familiar with Mission 22, the Wyakin Foundation, Semper Fi Fund, all great organizations that benefit our veterans. So there you go. In the rumor mill, Mark Ham, probably maybe a couple there you didn't know about. Kurt Paulson, that's cool. That's awesome news. So another two-wheel drive going to be pulling with the Outlaws next year. Make sure you bring some of that Wagyu beef with you too, Kurt. If you're going to be in the pit areas a lot more next year. That was pretty awesome. All right. Any other rumors out there? I like this rumor mill thing. I like hearing this new stuff. Anybody heard anything that you can talk about? We don't want to disclose any secrets that the builders or pullers or teams want to remain secret. How's Dave Bennett doing? Any chance of him making a short comeback to the Crow's Nest at Rock Valley? Good question, Ben. Saw Dave at Lufkin, Texas. He hung out with us the whole weekend. He actually started the show, did the intro to the show on Saturday night. Dave's doing great. I think he's surpassing expectations on the timetable they put for him on recovery, considering the circumstances, how badly he was beat up, his wife passing away. Yeah, he's doing great. Sad deal about the Wagyu. The neighbor that owned it passed away. Oh man, sorry to hear that. That stinks. Yeah, condolences to the family there. Also, condolences to the Bill Hamilton family out there. Pro stock four-wheel drive puller out of Missouri, down around the Windsor area. Really good guy. Used to talk to him and chat with him a lot. Him and his son Ryan. When I announced for the Missouri State Tractor Pulling Association, I was kind of shocked. This Sunday or Monday, I think it was Monday night when I saw that he had passed away. Been battling cancer for a lot of years, on and off since 2005. Dang, cancer takes one from us too soon once again. So condolences and prayers out there to the family of Bill Hamilton. A lot of you probably remember the truck that he had, that Chevrolet pickup. I can't think of the name of it offhand for some reason. I'm Hanging Tough, name of that truck. Let's see. Chris Pierce. Does the Paulson family with four O's have an idea on another tractor again? I think maybe you're talking the 4 1s. I'm not sure what the Paulsons have in store for next year. They sold one tractor. I've heard they're going to kind of just go pull some different organizations, including the Outlaws next year. Not sure what's on their mind for 2025. Ty Ulmer, when will the Outlawed be done? Looks like he's directing that question at Gage Ott. Good question. Inquiring minds want to know. Andrew Sprock, are you getting Marthasville back yet? That place is awesome. Marthasville always fell in with Troy. So there you go again. It's always the same weekend, the night after Troy. And that's going to fall right on top of Rock Valley, Thunder in the Valley. So, yeah, it's not going to be on the schedule unless the date changes, which I doubt it will. I think they kind of like that going back to back with Troy. anytime you can put a couple of pulls back to back when they're single night hooks within a reasonable distance of each other, it helps both pulls out. The pullers are always going to be more apt to go out, pull their machines out of the shed, and take them down the road to a pull if they can hook twice that weekend. Also, some exciting news for next year. We've talked about this on past shows, is bringing out the mini modifieds again. This is kind of a limited mini modified class, if you will. Saw these guys pull in Marthasville. They were pulling with the ITPA, the Illinois Tractor Pulling Association, mostly small blocks. If they're running a supercharger, they have to run 380 cubic inch limit. So a lot of small block Chevys in there, and running a 671 supercharger. I know a couple of the tractors out there were chassis that had been run by some other really successful mini modified pullers out there. The Kester family, a couple of their old mini chassis were out there, and these things put on a show. I mean, I honestly have never been a great big fan of the mini rods, but they caught my eye there at Marthasville, and I had to talk to some of these guys, and we've got to the point now where we're like, let's have this class in 2025. So that's what we're going to do, is have the mini modifieds out again, and potentially I say May, at a limited amount of places, we may have the super stock diesel pickups, multiple turbochargers, over 3,000 horsepower, the bar tires, the pulling tires, may possibly have that class out. We'll see how things work out here in the next few weeks in trying to get that class going. Chris Pierce, love the minis at Toma. Yeah, the unlimited minis are just crazy. Those guys are nuts. But we're going to have a rules meeting for our mini class next Friday. Geez, it's not this Friday, but the following Friday at the banquet. We want to get the rules hammered out. I know we're talking about the Ott family there, building that twin Allison. They also want to build a mini with a turbine on it. They want to put an L11 turbine on a mini rod. Yeah, what did I say? What did I say, Andrew? I didn't say Washington. What the heck did I say? I thought I said Washington. I was thinking Washington. I don't know what I said, but that's what I was thinking. Mark Jaham, Sweet Pain Mini, hint, hint. Yeah, there's been talk of a Sweet Pain Mini as well for 2025. We'll see. I know Craig Ulmer is interested and wants to sit in on that meeting for some strange reason about the mini modifieds. So does Gage Ott. So that gives you any insight into what their thinking is. So any other rumors out there? I want to get the rumor mill started. I love it. Kurt Paulson, thanks for letting us in on that information too. We had another rookie out there this year that pulled in the super modified two-wheel drive class. Brad Myrody's track two-wheel drive. He had some really good hooks. Had some engine problems, tore an engine up mid-season, missed a few pulls, but he was right there in the mix in the points race. Had a really good season going. I said Marthasville. Okay, maybe I did, Andrew. I'm not going to doubt you, but I was thinking Washington. That's what I meant. But thanks for squaring me up on that. Ty Ulmer, Little Pain. Yeah, that'd be a good name. All right. Any other rumors out there? Love the rumors. But hopefully in the next couple of months, we can start letting you in on some of this information on some of these new pulls that we're working on. I just don't want to let the cat out of the bag prematurely here. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night here with no guests tonight. I was expecting only to go about 30 minutes, but we've gone about 40 to 45 here so far. So, but thanks for all the input. Thank you, everyone, for watching. every Tuesday night. We got some great fans out there in Outlaw Nation. Case Conover, thanks for watching, buddy. Every Tuesday night. Andrew Sprock, how do you feel about grudge matches in pulling, like one class challenge, a class challenging another? Ooh, man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that. That's hard to. I've never been real crazy about the open classes because it's just hard to you're comparing apples to oranges, different power plants, weights, hitch heights. It's just kind of hard to equalize that and make it fair. I don't know. I don't know. Grudge matches in the same class. Well, yeah. I mean, if that's something. If the pullers want to take that chance, I don't know about class to class. That's something I have to think about. Kenny from Ohio says, good night. Thanks for watching, Kenny. Ty Ulmer. Okay, here we go. Ty Ulmer. Travis Starcher has the old Hooterville Express, which is a triple engine Chevy, prepped for a comeback. Awesome. I haven't seen the Hooterville Express out in a while. Marty Samuelson, the mayor of Ravenna, Nebraska, checking in. Thanks, Marty, for being a super fan. Chris Pierce, kind of like what Mark Ulmer is doing with the weapon, pulling that diesel powered tractor with an ag chassis in the light superstock class. He ran in that class this year. Ty Ulmer, 3 Chevy stair step. Yep, I know the tractor. The first 2 are crank to crank, aren't they? The first 2, or the front engine have its own clutch, but the back engine is stair stepped, if I remember right. Marty says the minis are fun to watch. Wow. Got one viewer that is a scammer here. We're going to go ahead and say bye to. There's always at least one in here. So this one was targeting Tyler Spatansky. Tyler Spatansky, you're the big winner of the scammers tonight. So yeah, the 7400 mod class might be, overflowing in 2025. I've heard rumors of tractor 2 from back east, potentially from Ohio coming out, a triple Ford tractor that may come visit us at a couple big pulls. And if that's true, that would be super cool. I remember that tractor from when I was a kid back there at Taze Valley, and I think Craig Ulmer has a little insight into that. Randy Barker, sling a rooster tail of smoke before you go. Jennifer Resner. Hi, Jennifer. He did have a birthday, and thank you for reminding everyone and embarrassing me here, but big thanks to everybody on social media that wished me happy birthday. I haven't gone on there and officially said thank you to everyone out there, but huge thanks to everybody out there. I know a lot of people. It was hard. I was trying to answer all of them and say thank you, but there were so many out there, especially in the pulling world, that wished me happy birthday. So thank you for reminding everyone of that, and thank you, Jennifer, one of my biggest fans out there and biggest supporters. Thank you. Dale Bartels. He would be a good guest sometime. Mark Ham. Good guy, Dale Bartels. Oh, here it goes now. She's reignited the birthday thing. And yeah, I turned 54 a week ago tomorrow. Yeah. Uh-oh, what is this? Mark Ulmer has a wild idea on mini rods. Hemi facing backwards, clutch sits on the front axle. Bull pinion rear end should be interesting. Well, the only issue I have with that for our mini rod class for 2025 would be the 4-letter word that says Hemi there. The rules for that class, specifically for anything supercharged, is 380 cubic inch, 671 supercharger. Marty Samuelson, I've had women comment back to me after Tuesday night from other countries. Sorry about that, Marty. That's that's the risks of being on social media. There's a lot of scammers. Don't fall for any of that crap out there. Ty Ulmer, Grand National Mini. Yeah, I know Mark had one he pulled when we had the Grand National style minis, the big Hemis there, when we reintroduced that back in 2020, 2019, 2020, I think it was. And then we discontinued the class, but I really like this small cubic inch supercharged class. I think it would be easier to get into, a little more affordable. And like I said, those guys put on a heck of a show in Washington, Missouri. Andrew Sprock, we need to convince the Sullivan team to join the Outlaws. That'd be awesome, wouldn't it? The only issue with that is the miles. Those guys have to travel to get the Outlaw pulls. They live in northern Kentucky, just south of Cincinnati area there, so they'd have to put on some miles throughout the season to come pull with us. We appreciate them coming when they did. You know, both pulls they came to this year in Texas, Whitewright, and of course Lufkin there. Really enjoyed having that team out there down at those Texas pulls. All right, guys, going to call it a night. Thank you so much. A lot of great input. Thanks for the getting the rumor mill churned up there. Make sure you tune in next Tuesday night. Looking forward to it and introducing the winner of the 2024 Outlaw Superfan Contest, brought to you by Case IH, the title sponsor of the Outlaws. Thanks so much to each and every one of you for tuning in. And we'll see you next Tuesday night at 7 on Outlawed Live. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
Trucking points. Legal limits. Wow. Give him a hand. He went right past the Schaefer oil leader barrel over there. Are you ready here tonight?
Wow. All right, here we go, fans. The truck out of Georgia, the bumper crop. And Cole Altman, once again, that mark to beat, 340.42.
Oh, grass. Time points champion just a few years back, Craig Ulmer, Sweet Pain.
And 86 right now, 345 and 86. Here we go with the Kentuckian.